So it says, I still don't use AI content. So yeah, just to repeat what I was just saying, basically, my preferred use for content for AI is not to use it it's not 100% done by AI. I haven't found something yet that does outlines very well. Everything that I try to get AI to do the outlines, it ends up being bad. So I like to do the outlines myself, and then with a lot of prompting, you're basically setting like this style of writing. This is the type of person you are. This is how I want you to communicate. This is the type of article we're writing. Basically, give the AI a bunch of like parameters and be like, okay, well now I need a section on this, and you take the section and then you can start from there and pop it in and kind of edit it. And I would say I think my favorite way to do it is you end up writing about like maybe AI wrote about like 50% of the content. And you kind of added a lot more to it or deleted stuff out or whatever. But it ends up still being a nice little time saver because it is writing a good amount of the content, but it also provides the direction for you. So you're not going and looking around like, oh, I should write about this, this, and this. So it's really good for like hitting these ideas that you want to cover. And you're like, oh, that's great. I can kind of expand on that a little bit or whatever. Or you can even ask them to expand on it, ask the AI to expand on it. But yeah, my favorite way to do it is like using like maybe like 50% human written, 50% AI written. Nice little like combo. Of course, a lot of people are doing a little more spammy stuff with it and using 100% AI, and they're ranking, and you can actually make some money off that. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. It's just as of right now, I'm more focused on building online brands, which is more than just content on Google as well. It's not just that game you're playing. You're doing socials, you're doing YouTube, you're doing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I like Nick was saying earlier, 100% human written content is probably still the best. And especially as far as like optimization goes, it's definitely still better to be done by humans. But you can use like Surfer, and they have the AI feature in there as well to help speed things up. But you're still like approving everything and whatever. It's just kind of helping you go a little bit faster. But yeah, I would also recommend that you start playing with it. Even for content, start playing with it. Or else you're going to kind of eventually get into the situation where you're behind, because this stuff is only going to get better, and you don't want to be behind. You want to be ahead of the curve, or at least like, you want to be riding the wave, and you don't want to be left behind. What do you got on this one, Nick?
No, yeah, completely agree. And even like, the test stuff that I've been doing, so like unless it's a test site, then if it's a site that you're continually working on, I would advise not going anywhere near 100% AI content. Again, you're looking for recipes, at least right now, everything's really experimental. And I've come to find that just the AI content, the more that AI is in use, and I'm talking about like different varying degrees of how much the content is written by AI, is just not resonating that well in comparison to the stuff that's just human written, surfer optimized, brings something new to the table. So, like Chris said, it's good to be playing around with these concepts because when you do find a recipe for success, you will be at the forefront of things, or at least like that's what you want to hope for. Um, and so, continually experimenting, and a lot of you probably don't have time or money or, et cetera, to be playing around with test sites. So you are experimenting with sites that you're trying to monetize, you're trying to get a leg up on, you're trying to make money off of. If you are playing around with AI content, then do it nice and slow and steady, and then prod and test with, smaller amounts of content versus just going like 100% in one direction.
Yeah. And I'll just want to add that, the reason that you want to be playing with it, and I said, you don't want to be left behind, but more than that, really, we're going to get to the point where, so topical authority is a thing. having written all these different articles on your website about one subject, Google really likes that. They say, oh, these guys are an expert because they've written all this stuff. So we're going to get to this point where it's basically a race. And like, if you don't have this amount of topical authority and the top 10 sites have and are using, AI, and they can just spit out all of this content at such a high speed that it would take you years to do. Now we're talking about a large disadvantage, and it's going to be very hard to compete with those sites if you're not using similar tactics. So, that's the, more than just like cost savings or time saving. Well, I guess it is time saving is the most important thing, because it's a new race that SEO is going to be, which is the topical authority race. And if you can't get to that level of topical authority, then yeah, hard to compete. At least for now, that's how things are going. We'll see what the future holds. We're not saying go and just spam your sites with with AI content to establish topical authority. Get yourself into some trouble, get hit pretty hard by doing that. Like Nick was saying, edit things, add your own stuff to it. I'm saying, 50-50 human to AI written content, so you're still doing a good amount of writing yourself. But yeah, good to play with. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.